Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, enrollment at Greater Jasper Consolidated Schools has not changed. Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lorai announced the results of the fall enrollment count during the monthly school board meeting on Monday.
And we were pleased to announce that we had 3,168 students, which is actually the same number of students we recounted at last year's September ADM count as well. We're very pleased that we have been able to maintain our enrollment for this year, and we're serving our students both in person and virtually.
Lorai says that 185 of these students are enrolled in their COVID-19 online academy. These students are still considered as Greater Jasper students. Lorai also says she is impressed with how well students have adapted to this year's changes.
Our kids have really been amazing. There have been a lot of changes for them as they've entered the school year. This week will be 6 weeks since we started already. They're really diligent about wearing their masks when they need to wear them, following whatever the guidelines have been set, and I hear nothing but wonderful things about their behavior and the way they've addressed this, and that is why I think we've been able to stay in school.
Speaking of the students, Director of Transportation and Student Services Glenn Beekline told board members that the annual Panamera Education Survey is underway. This survey is created specifically for students and asks them questions about how they feel about the school overall, if it is meeting their academic needs, and if they feel safe to go to school during the pandemic. Although Beekline says that they will have to wait until they have more information and results, he says that most of their students say they feel safe to be in school. Beekline then began giving an update on the school's transportation. Before diving into details, Beekline took time to recognize School Board President Bernie Vogler. Vogler has driven the bus for years and isn't afraid to step in when the school needs help. To thank Vogler for all that he has done for the school, Beekline had special pictures taken of Vogler standing next to a Wildcats bus. After this, Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, Tina Fox, gave the curriculum update. Fox says there have been no major changes to the curriculum and the goals remain the same because COVID-19 prevented them from conducting spring standardized tests. Towards the middle of the meeting, Steftenagel Group Clerk of the Works owner Scott Steftenagel stood up to update the board about the demolition of 5th and 10th Street schools. When looking at the 10th Street school facility, Steftenagel says they are completing a list of loose equipment and furniture. If approved by the board, these items will then be sold at auction or to interested vendors. Steftenagel then switched gears to talk about where they are at with the 5th Street School elementary school building. Steftenagel says they are talking with Tammy Lampert of the Southwest Indiana Child Advocacy Center Coalition. Currently, their focus is on redefining parameters for retaining the newer 1988 building addition and demolishing the 1956 section of the school. Steftenagel says they will start talking with Schmidt Associates, Brosmer Land Surveying, Dr. Lorai, Brian Lewis, Brian Wilson, and Coach Lewis about the design for the new parking lot and future improvements to Alumni Stadium. Steftenagel told board members the administration office renovations are complete. Staff is expected to be moving in by Monday, September 28th. And finally, the school board voted to adopt the 2021 budget. The Greater Jasper Consolidated School Board meeting is scheduled for 7 p.m. on Monday, October 26th. That will be held at the Jasper High School Community Room. Several local schools are receiving state grants to help ease the challenges of online learning. Northeast DuBois, Perry Central, Vincennes Lincoln schools are 3 out of the 30 school districts around the state receiving a grant through Governor Holcomb's Emergency Education Relief Fund. This $4.8 million grant will fund devices and broadband connectivity across 9 education service centers and 23 school districts in rural parts of the state. It will also support professional development to improve educators' capacity to provide engaging and effective online instruction in 30 districts across the state, including Northeast DuBois and Perry Central. The Center of Excellence in Leadership of Learning at the University of Indianapolis will partner with the Central Indiana Education Service Center over the next 2 years to distribute these funds and arrange for training. And the Du Bois County Health Department has confirmed 3 new cases of COVID-19 from over this past weekend. Du Bois County now has a total of 954 positive cases, that is. Out of these 954 positive cases, approximately 105 cases are active, with 831 recovered. Remember, the best way to keep yourself and others protected is by practicing social distancing, washing your hands frequently, and to mask up. That is, please wear a mask in public. Daviess County has the lowest unemployment rate in the state. The county took home the top spot for the 5th month in a row with an August rate of 3.5%. Martin County was ranked second in the state with a jobless rate of 3.9%. Du Bois County took home the 9th spot with 4.5% rate. Numbers for the surrounding counties include Spencer, Warwick, and Gibson counties with 4.7%, Perry with a 5.5% rate, Pike at 5.4%, Crawford County at 5.8%, Knox with a 5.1%, Vandenberg at 6.4%, and Orange County with a jobless rate of 8.1%. The statewide unemployment rate dropped to 6.4% in August, which is below the national average of 8.4%. The Indiana State Police Jasper Post has a new sergeant in town. Senior State Trooper Brock Werney was promoted to the rank of sergeant on Monday. As sergeant, Werney will fill the shoes of investigative squad leader. Werney is a Jasper native and graduated from Jasper High School in 2002. After high school, he attended Vincennes University and earned an associate's degree in law enforcement conservation and earned a bachelor's degree in criminology from Indiana State University in 2006. Werney graduated from the Indiana State Police Recruit Academy in 2007. He was then assigned to the Jasper District and patrolled the Crawford and Du Bois counties. Werney has also served as a field training officer, standardized field sobriety test instructor, and a member of the Honor Guard. In 2010 and 2011, Werney received the Life Award for leading the Jasper District in impaired driver arrests. In 2016, Werney received the department's Life Saving Award for his role in saving an individual who was threatening to commit suicide. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb is raising awareness about the importance of proper child seat safety. The governor issued a proclamation on Monday recognizing this week as Child Passenger Safety Week. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, car crashes are the leading cause of death for children between ages 1 and 13. In fact, a child less than 13 years old was involved in a passenger vehicle crash every 32 seconds in 2018. Research shows that when used correctly, car seats can reduce the risk of fatal injury by 71% for infants and 54% for toddlers, that's those between 1 and 4 years old, in cars. To ensure children are riding safely, there are more than 100 fitting stations across the state where parents can have their child's car seat inspected by a certified child passenger safety technician. They can also learn about proper car seat installation and ask questions about transitioning their child to another type of seat. The Criminal Justice Institute is distributing iPads to each location this week to expand the services being offered. Once online, the devices will be synced to NHTSA's new Safer Car app, which will allow visitors to register their car or booster seat and check for recalls while having their car seat inspected. For a list of car seat inspections stations, that is, around the counties, please head to childseat.in.gov. The St. Meinrad Seminary and School of Theology is hosting an online open house for their graduate theology program next month. Prospectives will have a chance to see a virtual tour of the campus, talk to current students, and ask questions. The open house takes place on Wednesday, October 14th at 6:30 p.m. and will last for about an hour. The registration deadline is Wednesday, October 7th. The program offers a master's degree in theology, as well as specialization certificates in church history, ethics, and moral theology, and more. Graduate certificate programs are available in spiritual direction and in reflective practices. To learn more about the program, visit stmeinrad.edu/graduate-theology. Another tribute act is making its way to the Lincoln Amphitheater, or his way, that is. Sweet Baby James, an acoustic tribute to James Taylor, was recently added to the Amphitheater's 2020 performance series. The two-set performance will celebrate the five-time Grammy Award winner and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nashville, Tennessee's Bill Greasy will play guitar and perform solo acoustic versions of Taylor's most popular songs. The performance takes place on Saturday, September 26th at 7 p.m. Central Time. Tickets are limited to less than 1/5 of the venue's seating capacity to maintain social distancing. Tickets are $14.95 each and can be purchased at LincolnAmphitheater.com. All of the Amphitheater's 2020 events will continue abiding by all current rules and recommendations from the CDC and the current guidelines of Governor Holcomb, Back on Track, the Indiana plan. Hand sanitizer will be provided through a partnership with Battle Monkey, a product of Monkey Hollow Winery and Distillery. Full concessions, including beer and wine, will also be available. Tickets are still available for the October 10th showing of the Goonies in the parking lot drive-in style. Tickets for all Lincoln Amphitheater events can be found at, again, www.lincolnamphitheater.com. And that has been a look at your local news. Now stay tuned. Zach Ruber pays his weekly visit to the DuBois County Humane Society. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast with Ann Powell on 18 WJTS, followed by Kurt Gooksell and sports. We are local people watching local people.